I shall not counsel you against fear of the demon. The Emperor knows you have none, but even Psi Cannon and Demon Hammer cannot carry the day against such a foe. For what use is the bolter shell against disease, terror, and madness? No, it is faith. Faith is our impenetrable shield, and when faced with such belief, the demon becomes weak. Faith is our fiery sword, and with it, we burn out the diabolical cancer of chaos wherever it is found. From Lord Inquisitor Hephaestus Grud. The Ordo Malleus was essentially the original heart of the Inquisition, founded in the period after Horus had launched his great rebellion against the Emperor of Mankind. In the days after the crew of the Imperial frigate Eisenstein brought the news of Horus's betrayal to Terra, the Emperor requested that his agent, Malcador the Sigillite, find him men and women of utmost loyalty to the Imperial cause who were willing to investigate threats to the Imperium from both within and without. Malcador eventually brought 12 individuals to the Emperor's notice in the days just before the Siege of Terra began. 4 Imperial lords and administrators of an inquisitive bent, and 8 psychically empowered Astartes of both the Loyalist and traitor Space Marine legions who had remained loyal to the Emperor and served as Malcador's knights errant, his personal agents during the Horus Heresy. The 8 Space Marines became the first Grey Knights Grand Masters, while the 4 mortals founded what became the Inquisition proper. However, the division of the Inquisition that would become known as the Ordo Malleus was not officially formed until the mid-32nd millennium, centuries after the end of the Horus Heresy in the wake of the War of the Beast. The Ordo Malleus was one of the 2 original Ordos Majores of the Inquisition, the other being the Ordo Xenos, created following that great conflict against the Orcs to ensure that the Imperium never again nearly fell to an assault by Xenos. Where the alien hunter inquisitors of the Ordo Xenos concentrate on defeating the many threats that aliens presented to continued human domination of the galaxy, the inquisitors of what slowly evolved into the Ordo Malleus remained focused on the Inquisition's original mission of countering the insidious threat of chaos and the demons of the warp. You must face the truth squarely and without flinching from duty. Our enemies are mortal no longer. Any glimpse of humanity they may show is merely a deception. Dedicate this weapon, given into your hand at the behest of the Emperor, to their destruction. Regard its function as your only duty. You live only to purge the demon. Take up your rod and staff, your armor and Psi Cannon, and go forth. From the lectures to the Ordo, from Inquisitor Galbus here. An Ordo Malleus Inquisitor is sanctioned to call on the aid of any organization of the Imperium. The greatest threat to humanity in the galaxy, that of a demonic invasion of a planet, can only be dealt with by the Grey Knights, the Ordo Malleus's own chamber militant. This Ordo, besides being the demon hunters of the Imperium, is the secretive, inner, and first order of the Inquisition. It is controlled by a council of 169 Inquisitor Lords titled Masters. The Ordo's organization is divided into chambers, each controlled by an Inquisitor Lord called a Proctor. The number of Inquisitors in each chamber can vary from a few score to hundreds. Being a division of the Inquisition, the Ordo Malleus consists of exceptional individuals who have been involved in a covert war for mankind's continued survival for the last 10,000 standard years. As every Inquisitor has sworn oaths to defend the Imperium from its worst enemies, the members of the Ordo Malleus are concerned with eliminating the physical manifestation in real space of chaos itself. They have pledged their existence to the discovery and elimination of the demonic threat to humanity, no matter where they are found. These Inquisitors have at their disposal every organization of the Imperium, and will not hesitate to requisition local troops and forces, arbitrators, or even Astra Militarum or Navis Imperialis forces as needed at a moment's notice. The Ordo Malleus goes to great lengths to hide the existence of chaos and its mortal and demonic servants from the greater masses of mankind, as they fear such knowledge might only increase the number of individuals who fall prey to the corruption of the dark gods. As such, on those rare occasions when the Ordo Malleus is mentioned by name, it is referred to as the watchdog of the Inquisition itself, though its actual purpose as the Imperium's elite demon hunters is known only to those within its employ as acolytes and throne agents. Within the Inquisition, the Ordo forms a secret order that is tasked with the very specific role of serving as the Imperium's primary demon hunters. As such, it is their duty to root out all sources of demonic and chaos cult activity and to combat such forces in whatever form they take. This means that only the most mentally stalwart and psychically able of Inquisitors are tasked to this duty. Their missions can see them engage their foes either in hand-to-hand fighting or battle them in the realm of mental energy, which requires special abilities and powers. This means that the Inquisitors of the Ordo Malleus are usually psychers. Those who lack such abilities must possess tremendous mental resolve. As they are a highly classified group, the identities of Ordo Malleus Inquisitors are kept secret. When members of the Ordo must appear in public in the course of their investigations, they are allowed to adopt the uniforms of various other Imperial Adepta that hide their features and allows them to keep their true identities a secret. Only the Emperor and the cyber libraries of the Ordo Malleus possess a truly accurate recounting of the events of the Horus Heresy. Among the targets of the Ordo Malleus are the Chaos Space Marines of the Traitor Legions, all Chaos cults consisting of Chaos worshippers and rogue psychers, and the Sensei, who are seen as a threat to the Imperium. It is known that certain Inquisitors of this Ordo have been allowed entry into the Eldari's Black Library and have gained more knowledge of the arch-enemy than almost any other human, save for the Emperor himself. The power and authority of the Ordo Malleus extends beyond the nominal boundaries of the Inquisition. A jurisdictional extension known as the Malleus Remit. In events of grave emergency concerning potential imminent demonic threats, a Malleus Inquisitor may demand the services and resources of any Imperial servant or organization, a request which may not be refused on pain of death. Even the High Lords of Terra and the Adeptus Astartes are beholden to obey the Malleus Remit without hesitation when it is invoked, a responsibility laid down at the end of the Horus Heresy by the Emperor's own decree. Inquisitors of the Malleus were also permanently seconded to the Cadian military due to that now lost world's proximity to the Eye of Terror, making its inhabitants susceptible to the influence and corruption of chaos. In normal circumstances, the Ordo focuses its investigations towards two primary threats. First, the demon without. The most obvious threat is that of the demons, who have psychically manifested in the material universe, and those mortals dedicated to the service of chaos in all its forms. Second, the demon within. The less obvious threat is an internal one, including radical inquisitors who have been declared extremis diabolus for heretical actions in which they adopted the use of the tactics and artifacts of chaos to fight the servants of the archenemy. This duty often overlaps with the duties of the Inquisitors of the Ordo Hereticus to seek out all threats to the Imperium from within its own organizations, and can lead to jurisdictional disputes, or even the two Ordos' agents working at cross purposes to each other.